Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Roey. I'm the Senior Director of Immersive Experiences at Moishe House. And I'm going to talk to you today about how to build an internal innovation engine in 180 days. So many of us spend time thinking, oh, we really want to innovate at our organization. We want to be innovative. We want to be ahead of the game. And then we're stuck with, well, what do? Do I just give some staff a little bit of money to try new things? Do I throw a lot of resources into creating a structure, hiring a director or a chief of innovation? So at Moishe House, about 6 months ago, we set out to answer this question for ourselves. What can we do at Moishe House to build a structure for innovation that works for us, suits our culture, and meets our needs? And since any one of us would come up with a different solution, I thought that I would spend 5 minutes just sharing with you about our process. 4.5 minutes, let's go. Step number 1, literature review, right? Every good research project starts with its literature review. Usually, it's a time for some inspiration, for some learning. We used it to accomplish those two things and begin to engage the team. So I posted a very vague invitation to everyone on the team and invited them to read, listen to a podcast, watch a TED Talk, anything they wanted around this topic of innovation. Innovation culture at an organization, creating innovation programs, staying attuned to shifting generational trends, anything that might be relevant for us. I invited them to take a look and then share a little bit with what they learned. And about a third of the team participated, which got everyone involved right from the start before we even did anything. Step number 2, swipe right, okay? That's what it says there. This is about finding a partner. This is not something that you can do alone. And this is where I'm going to challenge you to look beyond your normal spheres of partnership. Not about a coworker, not about a board member, not about a partner org that you do a lot of work with, but it's about reaching beyond where you're usually found so that you can seek really some new perspectives, new insights, and new understandings on your organization. You're going to be spending a lot of time talking to folks, and so it's nice to have someone else in the room that maybe people are more comfortable speaking with, or maybe they have never met before and want to learn more about. It might just help conversations flow as opposed to bringing in same kind of organizational baggage that you might into an interview or a room. So this is my partner. His name is Casper ter Kuile. He's an author of a report called How We Gather. He co-hosts a podcast called Harry Potter and the Sacred Text. He's a fellow at the Harvard Ministry School, and his mission in life is to build a world of joyful belonging. He spends time looking and trying to understand spirituality and trends of religion across the American landscape. And we saw that there could be a lot of value to us building a relationship and a partnership and see what kind of insights we can gain about Moishe House and how we could create an innovation structure to house new programs, new ideas, and experiments. Step number 3, date your ex. This one is super fun. But this was about finding people that have effectively rejected Moishe House programming, okay? We spend a lot of time talking to people who go to our programs. We send them surveys. We send them evaluations. But we spend very little time talking to the people that have never shown up in the first place. So we found 10 of those people and did in-depth interviews with them to try and understand what kind of changes does Moishe House need to make? What kind of opportunities does it need to create to invite new people in? Folks that never even show up in the first place. Time. Time is rough. The only thing that time serves to do for me is make me late places, all right? Now, we've all been in a situation where someone will come in and they'll say, hey, you, I need a new initiative. All right? I want you to make us an innovative organization. By Q1, I want the idea. By Q2, I want the pilot. By Q3, start recruiting for next year, and then maybe do an evaluation afterwards. This is a project that needs time. All right? This step is about making sure that you give yourself the time needed to answer this question, meet people, and try and gain some new perspectives and new insights and not have similar conversations that you've had before. So the way to do that is to give yourself time, and during that time, be meeting relentlessly to move the project forward. So Casper and I would meet every 2 to 3 weeks, and in between assigned ourselves significant amounts of work so that we didn't let other kinds of projects get in our way or other people schedule meetings on top of ours. Keep moving the project forward while you take your time to figure it out. And here's the best part, ideation. This is where you get to come up with all of your fun ideas. So where we're at in this stage is we've presented 4 different ideas to our leadership on what innovation could look like at Moishe House. Anything, Erica, I see you. You can just come stand next to me. It's anything from small gifts to staff to experiment, prototype, and innovate, or to building a full-blown R&D department. One thing that Casper and I did to try and change the way that we ideate, which is just a fancy name for brainstorming, is try to change not just the what we were doing, but the how we were doing it. So every time we met, it started by reading some poetry to each other, looking at some art, as a way to just try and get your creative juices bubbling and flowing and put you in a different kind of mindset as you move into the dreaming phase. Thank you. Thank you. I've left cards. Happy to talk to anyone.